What's up, folks? Honey's Morning Update, July 22nd. So, a lot of political stuff. I would do my best to tune out the noise. We have earnings, I think Nvidia and Tesla this afternoon. So, it's kind of interesting because we're going to have a seasonal uh, weakness in late July, but then you have your earnings. So, I would stay vigilant. I don't know if this 42 level is going to hold. If so, that was kind of the flush, and then we're going to continue to just grind back higher. Or we do a halfway bounce, get everybody off sides again, and then dump it again. So I don't know. This is I'm going to be out the next few days, so my next video won't be until Thursday. So I'll kind of give you an idea of what I'm looking at. The overnight gap here on ES missed by about a point late last night, about 2 a.m. So I'm still, that could be close enough, but I'm going to keep that in mind. We get back above that 86, 85, 86 level, and then I think we can run. 46, 46.03, I'd look at. I'd like to see 40 or 56.22 to clean up these singles. That would be a good reversal point to come back down. That's cleaning up action and then coming back down. If not, we get above 56.30, and I think that we're pretty much off to the races. Next stop would be this, 42, 44 area. 64, 65 for 64, 67 could hold. Ultimately, upside, I'd like to see this 703.05, these singles cleaned up. But again, if we get up there, then we might poke a new high. So again, I don't know. We will see how all of this transpires. Again, I'm not really bullish until we get above 56.30 area. I could just kind of see a consolidation day or maybe a move up today just to get everybody off sides. Your 2-month POC is at 32. Pivot today is at 27. I'll go over that in a second. So I 27, 32. I know it's 5 wide, but I think that that's kind of what I'm looking at as a volume aspect. I was really hoping this 42 would break and then we'd hit here and then resume back up. Now I do have this huge support here at 55.05 to 98. And that dates all the way back to here when we were in this, we wouldn't move. So that's just kind of held for a while. And then I have a ton of opening closes here at the 05. So that's really that blue area. If we were to lose the 30 level, would be my target. Your 50-day, which is also going to be important, is at 54.83. And honestly, the next level down, other than your little singles here at 64, I'd say 64.60. So, and then you do have a gap here in volume into 54.36. So if we lose that, if that 60 doesn't hold, 64.60, I'm looking into that 34.35. So anyway, that's kind of what we've got summed up. Today, 67, that pivot's going to be important. 92 is okay, 32 is okay. Well, 32 is great. So again, I wouldn't mind hitting 30, bouncing up above before a retest, but that would be quite the move if we got up there. So that would be a good resistance point. S1's at 27, I like that. That's an overshoot of, the huge volume aspect. And again, this is what I was talking about, the gap here. And then we get into, 53.94, 90 is your next big volume attraction after 54.36. So these are kind of levels I'm looking for downside if that were to transpire. Here's your daily. This is the drop. And again, I don't know. I mean, was that just the flush and then we're going to continue higher, or are we going to continue to see more downside? Price action will tell. I have no idea. Again, your 50 days at 54.83. That held last time. And then your 100-day held before that. So those are two levels. Your 100-day is not till 53.62. So earnings are going to tell us a lot, and we'll see. I believe the monthly POC is 38. So that's why, again, so the 56.30 is going to be important. And then a tap of 68 would be, or 38 would be good, but I'd like to see more than that above the 30 level. Euro bounce right off the 95. Again, I don't know if this is going to consolidate and move up or if it's going to head back down. We will see. But I think if we break that 95, I do have kind of a poor man's head and shoulders here. And I think that that could run. So we could see that, especially the new developments here. NASDAQ catching a bid right now. It's only 6 in the morning, so we'll see. 120. NVIDIA is already up 3. I think they came out with some news about a chip. Daily. So we have a monster cash gap. In fact, we have 2. Has this hit support? This is kind of decent support actually for SPX. So you have a small cash gap, 67, or a big one from 67 to 22. And then you have this little guy in between there, but I wouldn't worry about that guy. So that's almost to the tippy top there, which is interesting. So this is going to be important, especially for a resistance aspect. So I'd watch this big, huge, and that was that huge gap down, and then we just fell. So your next one is below the 50-day at 02 to 37 or 75. So we'll see. I would look at that as support as well, the 54.02. Sometimes they'll come down to right here. They won't fill the gap and they'll bounce. Now, I prefer a gap fill. And to be honest, when a gap fills like that, that's bullish to me because they're repairing work and then they'll continue higher. So think about like you have this and that draws everybody out here, and then we'll come back, we'll clean this up, poke through, and then come back down. And that would be bearish to me. It's just cleaning up market structure and then heading down. So again, I don't know. This is going to be a really odd week. Again, you have political stuff, you have earnings, so be vigilant, be careful. We had some wonderful swings last week. I don't know if that's going to continue. I haven't seen the tape during cash sessions, so I don't know what the order flow is going to look like. But the auto bid that has been on for a while was not on the last portion of last week, at least after Tuesday of last week. So anyway, stay vigilant, be careful, watch for fake outs. I think this market is just hurting people right now. So anyway, I will be in and out of the room for the next few days.